I talk a lot about New Hollywood in some of my reviews, and I don't think I'm going to stop talking about it. Like, it's my favorite era of cinema. And sometime later this year, we're going to get to the film that ended this, that being Michael Cimino's Heaven's Gate. But right now, we're finally going to talk about the film that started it all. This is Arthur Penn's Bonnie and Clyde. Released in 1967 by Warner Brothers, this film stars Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, Michael J. Pollard, Estella Parsons, and Gene Hackman in this. Like, just gotta say, this is a great one. Such a great way to start off this era. Cast, for the most part, the cast is, like, really good. Like the highlights for me were Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, Gene Hackman, and the one actor who plays C.W. Like, they were just so good. Like, whenever Clyde and Hackman's character first unite, like, you can just tell they're old buds. Like, they know each other so well. Like, that interaction they have where they're pulling out their fists. Just fantastic acting from them. I just love the kind of smug, like, experience, character that Clyde is. Like, this is, like, probably Warren Beatty's best role. He just nailed it so perfectly. Same thing with Faye Dunaway. This is her best performance. Hackman, he's had a lot of great roles. I can't tell what's his best one. This, or Lex Luthor, but I'll figure it out someday. I'll say if there was one person in the cast who I thought was pretty weak, it was the woman who plays the wife to Hackman's character. I just kind of got tired of her screams, like, at some point. But they aren't in it for too much. It's just, sometimes I'm just like, okay. The action. The action is just so exhilarating. This film really does such a fantastic job just showcasing, like, this is what Hollywood's going to be for the next decade. It's just going to be, we're just going to be pulling out masterpiece after masterpiece. Like, we're just going to introduce these really exhilarating action scenes, like, whenever a film calls for it. The editing in the action scenes of Bonnie and Clyde just goes so hard. Like, especially that back and forth cutting before Bonnie and Clyde get shot. It's like my friend Kane Johnson put it best. It's chef's kiss. I also think the hillbilly music also adds a lot to this. It's a really great addition. The cars also look spectacular. The fashion, the gunshot, the sound, just so much of this film comes together so well. But yeah, Bonnie and Clyde is just a perfect way to start off New Hollywood. Here is a film that tells us this is what we're going to be heading into. No longer are we going to be stuck to the old studio system. We are now going to be taking risks, more violent, more auteur-driven films with just fantastical stories and also fantastical performances. Frankly, I feel like Bonnie and Clyde deserves a spot in one of those films that changed the way we looked at films. You often see people talk about Star Wars or Jaws or some other kind of films that people say it changed the way we look at films. You know what? Bonnie and Clyde did that too, and I feel like we need to put that film within that category, because this led to an entire generation of young filmmakers who got to give us some of the greatest stories ever told. And if it weren't for Bonnie and Clyde, we wouldn't have them. So, yeah, think about that.